Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Freaky Funky Foods. My name's Brett, and I'm joined by
Porter.
And Porterhouse here, and this is something I uncovered a long time ago. It's probably been a few years, and I'm not really sure how long beer lasts. But anyway,
You'll be in for quite the experience.
I wanted to hold it off till we get another wrestling fan, and well, Josh was a wrestling fan back in the 90s, so this is
Back in this guy's era.
So this is kind of the closest we can do. So why don't you show them up close and personal what we got there?
So we have for you today the El Segundo Steve Austin's Broken Skull IPA. Now, I have heard that Steve Austin is making beer. I don't think this is the one I heard of. I'm pretty sure I've heard of a different one that he's making.
Well,
But it still sounds interesting.
I think this is the original one, and this goes back, probably, we've had this for probably 10 years. Oh, no. Okay, maybe not 10 years. We've had it for like at least 2, though. I know that. As we know, I'm not a fan of beer.
Mold and vodka in there now.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of beer, so I'm probably not going to like it. In fact, why the hell am I doing this? Because I'm a wrestling fan.
You're a wrestling
that's
fan,
why.
yeah. Jody's the beer fan. Norman does the beers with me.
Okay, well, our camera lady, Jody, will have to take a sip of it.
Obviously.
And can you put the camera on
No.
the kitten real quick? Well, there's a kitten.
Yeah,
There's a
and
kid-
there's a big cat that went down the hall.
You get 25% more views than cats.
Yes.
True story.
I know.
Well, she's gone now.
Anyways, so I'm not a fan of beer, so I'm probably not going to like this. You are a fan of beer, but you have kind of a distinguished taste.
I would say it's distinguished. I don't necessarily love beer, but I do enjoy trying different beers.
Okay, that's fair. Now, how about we look at some ingredients here? Broken Skull India Pale Ale, a badass 6.7% IPA designed by Steve Austin and El Segundo Brewing Company for the working man and woman. It features.
That's not you.
No. Look at these hands. They look like they've worked it honestly in their life. It features Citra, Cascade, and Chinook hops to deliver big flavor with an easy finish. Now stop reading and start enjoying this awesome beer. Cheers. Well, how about we go ahead and find out if this is an awesome beer?
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say I'm not going to like it at all.
Especially as an IPA, and when you do drink beers, you're definitely not an IPA person.
No.
You go for lighter beers, sours, ciders, things like that.
Yeah.
You're
girly
IPAs.
drinks.
Cherry wheat,
I do like cherry wheat.
Jacko.
Okay, just a tiny drop for me. No, that's enough. That's enough. Stop.
What,
Stop.
a little more?
Stop
All right,
it.
there you
Stop
go.
that. All right, now let's go ahead.
Still half a can there for Jody.
Yeah,
Go ahead and
buddy.
give this a sniff. I can already smell it. It reminds me. Did you already drink it?
Was I just supposed to sniff?
Yes,
and not
we're
drink?
supposed to do the countdown.
I mean,
Okay, pretend you didn't taste it. Okay, we're sniffing. Okay, you do the countdown this time. This
actually smells pretty good.
so we don't screw it up. Okay,
All right.
ready?
3, 2, 1.
Ah! Okay, this reminds me of when I was a kid and the first time I ever had beer. It was at the next door neighbor's house, and my parents didn't really drink beer. They didn't really drink that much at all. But the neighbor, back in the day, now they do. God, they're luscious now. Back in the day, though, our neighbor was a beer drinker, and just for laughs and giggles, now and then I take the beer can and sniff it, and then one of the times they said, go ahead, take a sip. I was like, really? Yeah, go ahead. You won't like it. So maybe I will. And I took a sip. And that made me not want to drink beer for the next 15 years. That's kind of what this reminds me of. Your review?
I kind of like it. It's. I wouldn't call it an IPA. It's a bit hoppy, but kind of just the bitterness of hops without the flavor of hops. It's like a. I mean, I get where you say your first time taking a sip as a kid. It is just kind of like Bud Light or not Bud Light, like Budweiser or full blown Miller with a little extra bitterness on it.
A cheap person's
Like,
beer. All right.
Coors Banquet beer, not Coors Light.
All right.
Extra
You know what?
bitterness.
the camera lady is gonna try it now. Not you, kitten. You're not old enough. No. Do you want to get in the picture here? Come on.
She doesn't know what she thinks. I don't think she hates it, but she doesn't like it either.
She certainly doesn't like it.
I mean, it could just be because it's been sitting in your fridge for a year plus. But
It's extra fermented.
I've never had something that has the bitterness of hops without actual like hops flavor.
Here's the thing.
It's not even that bitter.
I get. Like
I mean, it's a little, but
I get this like bitter kick at the end of it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm calling bitter. It's like drinking like Budweiser.
it's definitely not the bitter that you would get in an IPA.
Yeah.
A typical IPA.
Yeah, it's not that like upfront bite. It's just this lingering like funk on the back of your tongue.
Funk. It is. It's like a nice bass rhythm on the back of your tongue. It's kind of like.
It's a good summer beer.
This is the kind of beer I would probably be okay with drinking 20-something years ago in college when I was already drunk.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Like you do with PBR.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is something I would order in a restaurant if I saw it on the menu to try it, and I would definitely finish it if I paid for it, but like I'd never get it again.
Alright, speaking of finishing, how about we go ahead and rate this? I'm actually going to go and give it a spark sideways. Only because I expected it to be like absolutely disgusting, and don't get me wrong, it's not good, but it's not as terrible as I thought.
Yeah, same here. It's drinkable. It's not necessarily. I wouldn't enjoy it. I could drink it.
I
There's
wouldn't
plenty worse
enjoy
stuff.
it.
Oh, Jody wants to sport.
Oh, we're all going sideways.
We're all sideways.
We're all completely sideways after one beer.
You know,
We've had more than one.
with all these mediocre reviews, Stone Cold might come on the show and give you the stunner next time.
Yeah, he'll be all like, "What?" Because that's the bottom line. And all the other.
But he'll show up on March 16th.
Yes, he will on 3/16. All right, well, 3 sporks sideways. I don't know if that's ever happened before. It's a first here on Freaky Funky Foods. My name's Brett. Thanks, Josh, for joining me, Porterhouse.
Hey guys.
And our camera lady, Jody. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. New episodes every Friday. Catch us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook,
Twitter. Oh wait, that's X now.
TikTok.
You aren't on like Twitch like all the cool kids and stuff these
No.
days?
TikTok.
Oh, TikTok. Oh,
That's the other one.
that's like straight Zoomer.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, and make sure to catch us again next time right here on... The cats just chased each other.
Freaky Funky
Freaky
Foods.
Funky Foods.